What is up, guys? Coach Shelby. There you have conditioning drills. That's part of the manual that I gave out to people. I'm going to hook you guys up with 3 of my favorite conditioning drills, and I'm going to do this for a couple of reasons. One is I don't ever want you to make the same mistake that I see a lot of coaches make, which is not doing structured conditioning in season. They tend to just try to incorporate it in the drills, and I think that's fantastic once you get going. I talked about this before, but not at first, right? So there's an easy way to kind of weave these drills into what you want to do on the court, but my recommendation is to try to find times and places where you can actually do that, right? So I'm going to share a little bit about that. And the easiest way to think about it or to look at it is no different than you would do focused ball handling before you integrated it into a shooting drill. You should do focused conditioning before you integrate it into practice with a ball, because people tend to not work as hard, right? If you're doing sprints or you're doing shuffles or you're doing zigzag drills, you can go much, much faster if you do not have a ball than if you have a ball in your hands, and or if you are focusing on something else like receiving a pass, making a shot, things of that nature, right? And if you read my emails, I talk a lot about this, where I used to be in the same situation you were, where I thought I had to crunch everything on the court and try to get through as much as I possibly could. And the reality is you simply don't need to, right? It's not the most efficient, most effective way, despite what you may think. So just carve out 10, 15, 20 minutes into a practice if you can, and understand that you are not just getting conditioning, right? You're getting footwork, you're getting basketball-based movements, right? Like a lot of these movements, drop steps, shuffles, accelerates, plyo accelerates, all of those types of things, those things add up. And those things ultimately on the court help you transfer to the game in terms of movement, right? And you spend the majority of your time not with a ball on the court. So improving your athleticism and your movement, and in this case, your conditioning level, ultimately helps you kind of transfer that to the game. So I'm going to hook you up down below with 3 of my favorite conditioning drills. I advise you to use them. If you can't find those 10, 15, 20 minutes into a practice, feel free to piggyback it and have your guys or your girls, your team, do them either on the court on their own at the end or off of the court on their own at the end. As a group, as a team, is the easiest thing to do. I promise you will thank me later in terms of, 1, your team being prepared so that they're ready to finish down the stretch, right? So they don't get tired in the 4th quarter. Second thing is you'll start to find that having better legs ultimately improves their shooting percentage, decision-making, things like that, right? We tend to make poor decisions when we're fatigued. So make sure you do structured conditioning in your practice or in season that does not involve a ball, especially at first. And I'm going to hook you up with those 3 drills. So thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.